Yeah, smoking towards Con early on. Looking like an A split already with Bibu in towards the ballast position. Cristo going to be the first line of contact. That's a clean opening out of Cristo. Going to overstay his welcome though, and Osamas is there for the punish.
Yeah, surprised he does overstay his welcome there. Could have easily just dropped back behind in toward the window. Nut being cleared from jungle just about by Osamas. Bit whiffy from the both of them as we get underway in this game, but Ananele was on the scene to immediately trade. They still do have those nades available to try and remove people from Firebox if that isn't the place they want to try and use them. First aid actually will be for close, and I'm not sure what the reason was behind that one. Not going to do much damage with it. And with Mini on the PT50, he is always dangerous. Kit available on TMB, like I said. Smoke available as well. That is the main part, but that has now been put on the floor. And Kamau's doing a fantastic job. He's found 2. It's all down to Syrah. That kit has not been retrieved either, which is the most annoying part for him. And he's just looking for the kills at this point. He's going to find 1, pick up that kit, and maybe try and use that in the following possible force buy.
Yeah, it's good damage coming out of ECSTATIC there. It was always going to be a difficult retake.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.
As he tried to break that smoke. Force buy for ECSTATIC does include that FAMAS and that recovered kit for Syrah. TMB bought another one, by the way. With his 5-7, got an Deagle in play as well. And this Scout for Cristo is going to try and do some damage. There's 2 locked in Con, but Kamau has hit a critical shot. There's more where that came from, though. That's going to try and take a peek in toward the jungle, and toward the palace position, I should say. But it doesn't work out for him. So Maya found 2, but that's the way back in. TMB's hit that 5-7 headshot. And the bomb is in a very weird position right now for Kamau. And for Issa.
15 seconds.
To try and pick that up and get it planted. Will be a little bit awkward. They've got 10 now to do it. And there's still that worry of Palace. There'll be a peek from CT, and it works out perfectly. Wow, okay. TMB has gotten both of them.
Or push Passion UA to their limits with a 17-19 in the EPL qualifiers, but I guess now it's vice versa. It's JiJieHao not really knowing how to prepare for ECSTATIC's Mirage. Cristo's being cheeky, because, yeah, ECSTATIC have played just one Mirage, and that was in June against the Eyeballers, and they won. Yeah. So, as Neo was saying, not their best map, but technically, 100% win rate is 100% win rate.
It is, and they can keep it that way.
Well, first buy round's coming up. Ananele looking for a bit of a top mid push, though, and this is an interesting setup. Short player will get blinded, and Lele is good for 1, but Kamau's able to double up and double down.
Kamau's looked very sharp so far. Clearly not uncomfortable in these internet cafe surroundings, and in the circumstances of having to travel for it as well, early in the morning. A little bit later, of course, for them.
I mean,
but
it is 2 p.m.
Yeah, but they would have prepared at home, you know, early. They have to remove all that preparation and then travel somewhere else early afternoon. On the T side so far, at least 3 of the rounds going toward, like, post 10 seconds on the clock. And Crystal will get given another one. Kamau spotted creeping in towards Sandwich. That Sandwich has been eaten up, and he does check Palace properly. ECSTATIC are reading JiJieHao quite easily at the moment, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, Palace player a little bit afraid to go for the peak.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main thing for him. If he can get some confidence going in a game, he can play the angles that he knows he's comfortable with. If he doesn't get flashed off those angles and is allowed to play his game, he will hit those comfortable shots nearly all the time. TMB now knows what's coming his way. It's more pistols coming his way, and he will get overrun this time. And then they're late towards short. There's an M4 now picked up. That could be a duel. It will be a harder one for Ananele, and he's getting peppered down. They need Syrah's help. He sees the car player, and he knows there's 2 more where that came from. To be out of bullets, needs help from behind him, and he's got that. But Samus could do some damage. Just saved is Syrah by Ananele. I think ECSTATIC have solved the issue now. Nut will get 1 more. Mini will eventually remove Syrah after him living a charmed life in this round, being so low for so long.
Hold on.
He has found Nut as well. Bomb will be held, but it's going to be cleared through the corner by Ananele in a good position to just wall bang that default box. Do they expect Cristo to be mobile as the AWPer? Do they expect him to show his presence on toward B and then maybe rotate toward A? They're going to continue to go toward the apartments. Very awkward for TMB. Needs the Christu help. And if he gets one kill, it's fine, because he can get a fresh reload as well. Because Christu is saving his teammate's life. Almost managed to keep him alive, but only one bullet in that AWP. Problem is, there's even less seconds, it feels like, in the round for JiJieHao to make their way onto the site. There's no time for the plant. The round's over. Christu's done a wonderful job, even though he doesn't get all the frags. He gets 2, saves his teammate's life for a split second. Mini cannot go down after time. Almost risked it. Yeah, I mean, look, I can forgive them for today so far, considering it's the having to travel to the internet cafe and everything, but I think they'll also know that they've been a little bit messy overall with that clock in this game. A bit slow. That will drop into Sandwich. Samus will get a rude awakening with that flash, and there's even more flashes coming through.
He's not burning?
Blinded by that one, and yeah, didn't take too much damage at all. In fact, none at all. Did Nut. His bullets flying everywhere. Shrapnel flying everywhere. Actually hard to focus, to be honest, considering how much is on Nut's screen. But it doesn't matter. He's got teammate support. And poor Bibu is stuck.
Yeah, stuck between a rock and a hard place. I guess you could say the same for JiJieHao as a team right now. 41 HP is just a matter of time. Nut finally does go down. Probably should have a long time ago into our Sandwich. It's an absolute miracle that he's able to survive for such a long time and even get a double kill out of it. Perfect support coming out of everybody else, but still a little bit uncomfortable. You can't really stay like this for a long time, so undoing it then. JiJieHao, this is probably one of the slower rounds that we've seen out of them so far. 50 seconds and they haven't really taken any aggressive positions, but we'll have to start making a move any moment now, and then Layla is ready for the punish.
Yeah, really nice, and they can go back toward B-Apps immediately as well. ECSTATIC just feeling comfortable to not have someone watching B-Apps for a long period of the early round, because 1, JiJieHao have been so slow anyway, and 2, why would they go B again? Why would they go B again after all that damage that's been done by Christo in TMB in previous rounds? The reboost works really well as well. He might actually be able to get a plant on B if he runs now, but no, he's saving. That's a shame. Little did he know he could get a plant on B, but I guess keeping the AWP is the priority.
Decided to pull off, so yeah. NAP were next on the list VRS-wise, and now we're not watching that game. Big, we will be watching play tomorrow.
Yeah, chance for Big to make it through as well. NIP getting a really important LAN invite there. It was Snappy, of course, who's been talking about recently about being in a position in the ranking where you're kind of betwixt in between. Not good enough for the Tier 1 invites, and maybe not good enough for Tier 2 invites either.
Ooh.
And Alele needed that response because JiJieHao actually got an opening pick in this round. They're one of the first of the game. And Mini is going to try and keep in touch. And Alele has been doing great work on that reface towards short. 3 players on ECSTATIC who are 12 and 4. Make that 14 and 4 for Syrah. Now Mini is like, guys, I just did all the work to bring you a 3v3. We had something to work with, and now it's all snuffed out. Double digits for ECSTATIC on CT Mirage. Whoops.
And obviously we've got 90 on ends too.
Stunning CT smoke there from Nut, but we can forgive him.
Yeah, bookmark the lineup.
And it doesn't matter when you've got all your teammates around you just clearing JiJieHao up. Oh dear. Reminder, by the way, Ted, I think you might have just said
they
this,
did
actually.
win the pistol.
They won the pistol.
Yeah.
And it literally 0 gun rounds or anything else to come from that. But
Let's go, Mini.
He's winning his duels. It's possible.
Let's go.
And there we go. Mini's got that X factor in this game. He's got 10 kills. Christu needs to clutch, and he won't get that one either. It's an ace for Mini. It's something for JiJieHao to shout about. Yeah.
Of course, it's still just 2 rounds, so it's melancholy is still out there, but it's at least I guess this play out of Mini, you could describe it as a bright warm in a room full of darkness.
But 11 and 8, he's fighting. Respect. Didn't give up. Christu's going to get caught with utility out here if he's not careful. He's very lucky to stay alive. Kamau will be annoyed at himself that he's not able to punish. Now Samus and Mini are both being tagged down to very low HP. Death by paper cuts for Kamau in connector. But they still have a 4v3 despite the health here. Now Samus is going to push. Tag down ever further.
They're so low.
Bomb is down for ECSTATIC. They should still win this, honestly.
Look at the HP, no kit as well on the CT side. This is a near impossible retake. They need BetBoom to go absolutely nuclear.
Basically one bullet on these three players. And now Nut is stuck on default. Information on one, and Nut now knows two is in that area, but BetBoom, he's the player they need to perform, and he's got that one, and they just can't connect with these low HP players.
No
Bomb is
kit.
being defused, there's no kit, but Alalele needs
God.
a crazy play. It's still doable, still very doable. Hit the body shots, Alalele. Oh, he's got him off the
He's done it.
defuse. He's got him off the defuse. Alalele off pure, just tapping away in connector. One round away, ECSTATIC from taking map 1, and with knowing what map 2 and 3 are, Inferno being ECSTATIC's pick, and that they're very, very comfortable on. I do feel like this one could be done pretty quickly, and who knows, despite the 1 hour delay to allow JiJieHao to play and relocate, he might even still be on time for ENCE versus Fnatic. Which is our second game coming up on this stream.
Yeah, might even have a bit of a break before it. Of course, we don't really know if this is how things are going to go down on Inferno, but Mirage so far has been nothing different than one-way traffic, and Osamas will be able to claim that 1 kill onto TNB, and Alele is in a good position for the refrag, though ECSTATIC are not letting JiJieHao even believe that they've got an opportunity to fight back.
And yeah, that highlight was pretty clean, and it wasn't just like a one-time thing either. We know he's done this against ECSTATIC the other day and plays great Counter-Strike at this level at the moment. Very flashy, very exciting. It's 2v2 to stay alive for JiJieHao. BetBoom and Mini, they know that BetBoom is in toward that ladder room position. But Nut has got up con, and he has escaped with that bomb to plant it on A.
Yeah, Sierra's still here. He's going to be the one cutting off the rotations. This is a nearly impossible one to get back into. It all depends on whether they clear him out or not.
Ah, they do. They give it a look. But Sierra is too clean. Mini needs to try and refrag, but he won't allow it. Sierra looking fantastic, and all of ECSTATIC looking fantastic. This one just wasn't to be for JiJieHao. The discomfort of moving location seemingly being a big factor. To see if they can manage it over the next day and a half. Kumal with the dualies, playing close. We've seen some stunning dualies played in this tournament so far, but that one will not be remembered, I'm afraid. That might be remembered for Cristo, though. Okay, very fast Glock 3-piece, and Alalele is still waiting in mid for these long rotations. Might get caught in the open, doesn't need to give up his life. He's pinned Mini back in T-spawn, and a one-man burst from ECSTATIC kind of wins him the round.
Yeah, Cristo just gets all of them. I mean, I was just gonna say that looks like a solid execution, but there was ways that JiJieHao could have thrown a spanner into the works there, get the kill onto. Only 3 players have gotten kills. We're 3 rounds in. Nut has got a triple. Cristo's got a triple as well, and BetBoom's got 1 kill on the other side. We've seen 7 kills over 3 rounds of action, and they're between 3 players.
Sounds like Inferno to me.
Crazy.
Set up in apartments, that's what they changed up, JiJieHao. But
Oh
oh
my
my word, Nut is running riot. Another
There's no
2k
way.
entry. That's so frustrating for JiJieHao with the setup they had. At least Mini's been able to catch Sierra wandering in toward Arch, but there's a lot more that came from over toward the A-bomb site. Lovely flick on
There
toward
you go.
Nut. And how is he still alive? He's got away, back to the smoke toward Long. And there is a kit available on BetBoom. They could go for this.
Yeah, there's an opportunity. Issue is Mini's low on HP with the up on the retake as well. It won't be easy. No smokes, no flashes, just the 1 molly in the hands of Mini. This one presumably to go over the bomb site. But look at Nlele's spot. He's still in Mexi.
Wow. Why would you expect him there if you're a Samus? Super frustrating. You think, well, now we know that. Sure, it's a 2v2 on site, but yeah, there's just no way you go for it anymore. I know.
There's
I'm
nothing
sorry,
nutty
dude.
about him.
Other than his
It's
aim.
supposed to be Nut.
So basically, he's Pingu. Good to know. Issa will remove Cristo, and a good hold for Kumal. Oh my word, he's got 3! That's beautiful from Kumal. Unexpected with the A1S in that position. And this will get JiJieHao off the mark.
There you go. A clean round on the board. It's a little bit of a beauty coming out of the 19-year-old Kumal going nuclear.
A reminder, the A1S does do more damage from close range than it does further away than the M4A4. So actually playing close with the A1S does make sense. Oh, that's annoying for BetBoom. TNB has just domed him through the smoke. boost as well for Analele to look for one more player. And Asamas is one bullet from death, by the way. He's done well to find one and hop away. That's something.
They should know they can put even more pressure on the B bomb side, though. Osama's going back. He's still down to 20 HP. Caught in transition. There goes the kill, and unless there's a kill happening through the smoke here from Diop, this should be another save here for JiJieHao. I don't really see a reason for either Kumao or Issa to move away from that A bomb side. They're not really.
Yeah, I think they know that they'll be going to be able to build up their money pretty well, so may as well give it a look.
Okay, it could hurt now.
It could hurt
Probably
now,
time
I would
to pull the
say,
plug.
especially
Yeah.
considering Nut has got 350 in the bank. So, I mean, TMB will keep searching. This is doing a good job here, trying to keep his teammates alive as well as himself.
Well, a 5-1 lead on the T side. ECSTATIC looking pretty much the same way that they did on Mirage. We have to say JiJieHao trying to switch things up. We've seen a couple nice moments out of Mini and Kumao, but all in all, it's been a tough one. And BetBoom will keep on getting absolutely demolished in towards Banana. From the molly, through the nade, to the flash, to trying to jump back and being nailed midair by the OP.
Play it with whatever weapon you want, really. But Christo's going to try and sell a bit of a fake over toward B. The only one here, getting a pick would be even better. Knowing the AWPs there, you would argue maybe could budge a rotation over from JiJieHao, but they're splitting it 2-2. And they can't really split from that. Mini toward Library, that's information now known. They should assume maybe one max on site itself. Maybe Pit as well if we're unlucky. Kumao in that corner that I mentioned, doesn't peek early enough, but still gets 2 kills. Kumao is so good in these positions, seemingly. And Alele will eventually trade it. 7 seconds for the plant, just be fine. Safely on site as well, away from a possible short flank. 2v3. He knows one is locked in toward the Moto Cubby. And Alele full HP in Pit. Chris is going to go for a peek himself here. Sees one, but doesn't hit it. It's down to Analele, and he cannot connect with Osamas. Well played JiJieHao, and well played Kumao again.
Yeah, you could say well played Kumao once again, by the way. He's the one that wins them the round. He's the only reason that they have a chance going into that retake. He should never be getting a double kill out of that. They spotted him out. They knew exactly where he was. Quite far behind. A long way to go if they want to level things up, but a bit of a walk in towards long. Mini's here, and he's ready.
He's ready. It's a great catch on Christo. And they can fall back to the site and play from maybe short instead. Still choosing to go a bit more further forward, and it's working beautifully. Oh my word. Almost had a chance to pull out a third. But the hat trick won't come out of the hat. The round might though, because they're very low towards short. BB will tap down TMB. JiJieHao showing a little bit of resilience here, and Kumao is looking very, very sharp indeed. Having to cross up toward A, and ECSTATIC are just content with going into this stack right now. We think that TMB maybe will be able to gather maybe the AWP as the only player on toward B bomb site. They're doing a good job of trading their way in despite all this though. And Asamas is out of bullets. TMB's done an amazing job.
Way.
He's managed to duck and dive on default to find one more trade kill. 1v1 against Mini. He knows it was the B player. He knows it's the AWPer. He's managed to get onto the site itself. Much tougher angle for Mini to clear. There are kits on site if it gets too tight. But TMB has a chance at a great clutch here. Mini clearing out everything he can, surely assuming that he must still be on the bomb site itself. And now, at the last second, he saw a gun barrel, but couldn't react in time. What a round for TMB.
And with BetBoom moving ever so closer to the bomb site itself, it means that there's going to be more pressure on the shoulders of Osamas and Mini. No one to support him, no one to rotate quickly. They need to hold on.
Well, TMB is not taking any prisoners in this game. That is an entry and a half from him. Mini given no chance. We know how quick and precise he has been in this entire BO3 and in this tournament, full stop. Osamas, what have you got? There's one. Flash support from a teammate. He's got 2. One more will be amazing, and he's done it. Brilliant hold from Osamas. Good flash support coming in to help him out. And that will finally remove him. Actually, almost took him down as well. Incredible work from Osamas from backside.
He's going absolutely nuclear. Nut and Crystal now put in a really difficult position. Crystal's going to try and initiate. Look for a kill right here. Doesn't miss the first one. Second one in line. Kumao a little bit too quick on the trigger. 5 HP for Nut. That one needs to be spectacular.
Yeah, and it's not going to happen. This is going to see him stick out from that second orange position as he tries to duel the coffins rotate.
One for that moto position. And then you just burst out the side, hope for the best.
Appreciate Sira falling back from long there. Still playing it the right way, even though he hasn't got a kill in this game so far. Can he get one here? His teammates have been overrun, I'm afraid, so it's going to be very difficult for him. But there is the one. Uh-oh, knives are drawn. And he will get run over by Mini. It's only that one kill for Sira, and now the retake for Analele and TMB is very difficult. But second time TMB has got a kind of egregious headshot through a smoke in this game. On the pistol, even rarer to make that happen. Mini needs to ace once again, and he can't do it. He got one on map 1, but it won't be one on map 2. And Alele will clinch it. Big CT pistol for ECSTATIC, actually.
They've just given it away. JiJieHao were in a perfect position. You've got the smoke down on. You've got a 3v2. The bomb is going down. There's no kid for the CT side. Issa doesn't really need that fight through the smoke there. He doesn't really need all that spamming. He gets punished for it. Then Osama just goes out and swings short. It felt like they gave him too many chances. This is the one we were talking about. That was just a manual on how to use the worst circumstances.
Yes, it was.
Between two people 20 times over the course of 30
I know.
seconds.
It was in my brain. You know when it gets lodged in your brain, you can't get rid of it? Yeah.
Oh, no, I did it as well. It's fine.
You need to lock in. Yeah, playing in new surroundings is always a bit awkward. Kamal will entry out mids. TMB. It's a good find. But even if Sira goes 1 for 1, they still need to worry about Noot. He's here. He's delivering. So
Mini can't
kill.
go. He's got the bomb on his back. Everyone else is going back B. He needs to double back as well.
Yeah, he's trying to still sell a bit of a fake, but he needs just to run. Full run as well. And then Alele is doing a good job at keeping them at bay, but there is a quick through the smoke. I like this from JiJieHao. They should assume... There we go.
Bomb dropped.
They assume that there's only one player toward B, but it's not going to matter whatsoever. The smoke from Christo is perfect, and there's no time for this. Oh, this is so painful. JiJieHao make the right call in terms of how they deal with Analele on B, because they know there's only one there. There's no way there are two. Oh, BB trying to make a little line-up there to get down from the apartment silently. You can see how he was lining that up, but couldn't manage it. Analele trying to hold on. Oh, he's got a great chance at multiple. Oh! What a flash, and what a spray down. 3 kills. And ECSTATIC is in the ascendancy right now.
Sending him home with that type of a play. That's what he's doing. And Alele setting himself up for success. And Mini and Bibu, you've had many magical moments so far, but this one needs to topple all of them. Mini, good for the first one, but there's simply too many players around. ECSTATIC are ready to book themselves a spot in the play-ins. 12-5 on Inferno, 7 consecutive map and match points.
And JiJieHao's buy to stay alive in this qualifier is rough. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and a Deagle. Utility isn't great. We might be going for a burst to try and survive here, but I don't think it's going to be working out. TMB's already removed Issa. That's IGL on IGL. And Christo's in the right place to deal with Mini. Nut waiting for the smoke fade in the apartments. And there is a re-smoke toward that position as well to make it even more awkward for BB. He has to force his way through, trying to gauge the timing, and it ain't going to work out. JiJieHao have fought really well. I give them all the credit in the world. They were the biggest underdog by far coming into this qualifier. They've proved what they're all about with a brilliant display against ECSTATIC the other day, but it won't be happening this time. ECSTATIC take it comfortably and are 1 BO3 away from the main event.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.